Good morning, dear students. So, welcome to part 4. This is your physical education lecture, class 12, and we are on sports and nutrition. So, welcome to part number 4. And today, the portion that we are going to learn is roughage. So who among you wants to, slim, trim, or lose the weight? I think you want to look slim and trim. And it's definitely good because obesity becomes a major problem nowadays. Each and everyone wants to look slim, trim, and good physique, good looking, attractive physical personality, etc. So, see, today the topic that we are going to cover is also related to weight control and roughage. It means these are some portion of food which helps an individual to maintain their weight. They are indigestible portion of our body, food that indigestible portion, but they gives us energy rather than making, depositing fat in our body. So let's come in the ocean of physical education, and today the topic that we are going to discuss is roughage. Now, what is this roughage? It is the indigestible portion of food. So roughage is the indigestible portion of food. It is also called fibers. So what roughage is also called? Fiber. So it is indigestible portion of food, and basically these fibers come from plant-based products and our body cannot digest it. See, so it means it helps to complete, or it helps to, it is able to fulfill the appetite, but it is not giving us deposition of fat in the body. So that's why roughage like oats is something, essential dietary component of digestion. So this roughage is the essential component of a digestion. So it is, MCQ based question. What is roughage? So roughage is the indigestible portion of food, and this indigestible portion of food is called fiber 2. So what is roughage? Roughage is an indigestible portion of food which is also called fibers. Next part, it is fibers. These are basically the plant-based products. Now let us come, what is the function of this roughage? So roughage helps in prevention of constipation. See, when your digestive system is not working properly, it may be due to obese or the improper functioning of drinking water after meal, or the digestive system not works properly with some people. So constipations occur, that means the food is not digested properly, there is a lot of gastric problems. So what is the way to eat food? Take meal in shifts. Do not drink water immediately after meal. Drink after 4 to 5, after 1.5 hours. And digest, whenever you eat food, you just digest it, drink it properly and eat it slowly and take the duration. Next is digestive problems. So those who have digestive problems should take roughage fibers more, like here, right? Manage cholesterol level. So fibers or roughage are those substances, those food products which helps in the maintaining cholesterol level of an individual. Most of fruits and vegetables contain fiber. So who contain fiber? Which substances? Most of the fruits and vegetables contain fibers. That's why doctor and many of the people around us recommend that we should eat a lot of fruits and green vegetables with nutritional value. They have nutritional value, but they will not increase the fat in the body. Okay, so that's why they fulfill the urge of appetite, and they will not create any kind of fat or something in the body. The example of roughage are legumes, nuts, grains, seeds, etc. So what exactly is roughage? All the plant-based products like vegetables, like fruits, nutrition. They have some nutritional value, and examples like legumes, nuts, grains, seeds, and they are the essential dietary components. So I hope you understand the concept of roughage. So what is roughage? Roughage is the indigestible portion of food. They are also known as fiber. They helps to prevent constipation. They helps to maintain the cholesterol level. Okay. They are also helps to manage the different kind of digestive problems going on in the stomach. Now let us come. Now what we are going to learn. Now we are going to learn about roughage and flavored compounds. What is the difference between the flavored compound and the roughage? So the very first is food component which cannot be digested by the intestinal tract. So those food which are not be digested by the intestinal tract are called roughage. They do not have a nutritional value. Next point is they satisfy the appetite. Some of them have nutritional value, some of them have not. Prevent from constipation. There are two types of roughage. Some of them are soluble and some are insoluble. So roughage are two types: soluble roughage and insoluble roughage. Got it? So what's the difference between that? We'll see after learning this. What are the flavors compound? You eat different kinds of ice cream, different colors of ice cream. So what works there? There is flavors work there. So when I'm talking about flavors compound, so flavors are derived from both nutritive and non-nutritive components. It may be acidic food. So if the food is acidic, then the taste becomes soft. If it is alkaline food, it will become bitter in taste. So there are two things here: plant-based components. So plant contain other non-nutritive components like tea, coffee contain caffeine, right? So now what is the difference between this flavored compound and roughage? Roughage are the digestible portion of the food. Flavors come from both the nutritive as well as non-nutritive components of diet. They are nutritional, they are also nutritional. Somehow they both are same. Satisfy appetite. They may not satisfy appetite. They give us taste. If the thing is acidic, it will give sourness. If it is alkaline, they will give the bitter taste. There are two kinds of roughage. First is soluble and second one is insoluble. Next is plant compounds. So plant compounds contain non-nutritive compounds also, like tea, like coffee, etc. So what are they? They are containing caffeine, right? Now the next topic that we are going to learn is artificial sweeteners. See, those who are diabetic persons, so they also have a urge to eat something, to eat sweets, or they are also want to go for that. And you also visited one in the advertisement on your television that Shilpa Shetty does sugar free, right? So what is the sugar free? Exactly, a person is getting a sugar, but it is sugar free. So what about we are going to talk now? Artificial sweeteners and preservatives, right? What are these artificial sweeteners? Sweeteners, but they are artificial, right? So these are low or no calorie. It means they are alternative nutrient sweeteners and provide sweet taste. So those substances which having these are the low or no calorie substance which provide sweet taste. So generally it is taken by the diabetic persons. So what is artificial sweeteners? Artificial sweeteners are those substances which having low calorie or no calorie or low calorie, which gives or which provide the sweet taste. Usually taken by the diabetic person. So who take this? This is usually taken by the diabetic person. Many times, whenever we make pickle in our home, so this pickle that is achar is containing, we add vinegar in that is sirka. Okay. So many times packaging of food is done for the long time, and we need to add some preservatives. Now what is this preservatives? When I talk about preservatives, so preservatives, rancidity, I hope you have read rancidity in class 10. All food materials generally contain fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, etc. Right? So when they oxidize due to the oxygen which is present in the air and they spoil, the taste will become bad. So many times this packaging of food for the longer duration require preservatives. Some preservatives are good, some preservatives are not good. So preservatives should be of good quality, right? These preservatives help to store food for the longer duration. Preservatives are not good to eat food. They sometimes harmful if the quality is not good for an individual. Preservatives play an important role. Like see, tomato chips and different kind of chips. So what is the gas filled in that? There is a nitrogen gas inside that packet. That's why it's looking big, but there are small amount of chips there. So potato chips is something, bingo, tere tere and all. So what is the preservative there? There they add that nitrogen gas. So now let's come here, recapitulate what we have started. So we started with roughage. Roughage is the indigestible portion of the food. It is also called fiber. Roughage comes from plant-based product. It is a plant-based product. So generally this roughage helps to prevent constipation. It also helps to prevent many kind of digestive problem, heart related problem. It also manages the cholesterol level of a human being. Most of the fruits and vegetables contain fiber. They have some nutritional value. They complete the urge of appetite. They also help to give weight loss to a person. Legume, nuts, grains, these are some examples, and we have studied about the difference between flavored compounds and roughage. So roughage, we know that nutritional value satisfy appetite, prevent constipation. There are two types of roughage, that is soluble and insoluble. Flavored compounds are derived from both nutritive compounds as well as non-nutritive compounds. Acidic, if the food flavored compound is acidic, it will give sour taste. If the acidic compound is basic or alkaline, it will give a bitter taste. Plant-based products are also a non-nutritive component of diet, like tea, coffee, which caffeine is there inside. When I'm talking about artificial sweeteners, so artificial sweeteners are low calorie or no calorie. Low calorie or no calorie sweet-based providers. These are generally taken by the diabetic person. Many times packaging of food for long duration require preservatives. So we generally add preservatives like chips, potato chips, etc. Generally we add nitrogen gas in that. When we make pickle, we add vinegar in that. So these are what? Preservatives. So preservatives should always be in a small quantity, and preservatives should be of good quality so that the hygiene could be maintained. So this is all about roughage, flavored compounds and artificial sweeteners. So I hope you understand that what is roughage, what is flavored compounds, what is artificial sweeteners, and what are preservatives. So now we are going to let's come on the new topic, that is eating for weight control. So weight control has become a very huge topic, and it is a very important topic nowadays. Eating for weight control means what? It means how to control our weight, and it is obesity. It is a major issue nowadays. Do you know what is obesity? When a person start to looking like a burger, when a person start to looking like a samosa or a kachori, right? So what exactly this obesity is? Obesity is the excess amount of fat deposit in our body. What exactly the obesity is? It is the excess amount of fat deposit in our body due to sedentary lifestyle, due to unhealthy eating habits like eating junk food. And the basic concept is that when an individual consume more calories as compared to the energy or calorie he burn while doing the activity. So whenever this extra amount of calories deposited in our body, it converted into fat cells, and then the body started to grow accordingly. So there should be balanced diet. There should be a proper workout. If you want to reduce your weight, you will have to work out more. You will have to burn out the calories much that you consume, right? So let us come, we're going to learn about eating for weight control. So whenever we are talking about eating for weight control, it means we are working towards preventing obesity. Now what is this obesity? Obesity is the excess amount of fat deposited in a body of an individual. What is obesity? Obesity is the excess amount of fat deposited in our body in the form of fat cells, right? So a stable body depends upon the balance of energy you get from the food and the energy you use. So what if you want to you see some people are generally stable since long. So they consume the amount of food which give a particular energy. So there is a balance between the amount of calories you take and the amount This weight will only be stable when there is a balance of caloric intake equals to the amount of calorie burned during a day. Alright, so what is the important thing is also here is the concept of balanced diet work. So whenever you are taking a proper balanced diet, like you are taking carbs, protein, fibers, vitamins, minerals, etc., then and there your weight will be in balance. So you must be very conscious, or have a good idea about how you are taking meal and with what are the food items you are taking if you want to maintain your food or a stable weight exactly. When a person consumes more calories than the energy required in the body, then the storage of food or the storage of fat basically will deposit in the body of an individual. So whenever a person started to consume more calories as compared to the calories need to the body, or as compared to the physical workout he does, then and there will be deposition of fats in the body of an individual. Right? Now, which form this fat is deposited? This fat is deposited in the form of fat cell. The name of the fat cell are lipocyte. What is the name of fat cell? It may be a 1 marks question or an MCQ based question of board exam. Lipocyte. So what is this lipocyte? Lipocyte is also called a fat cell. Getting my point? The fat cells are called lipocytes. Get it? Next is when a person burn more calories than they consume, there will be weight loss. So whenever an individual consumes less amount of calories as compared to the energy he should take, because see, if a person is doing more exercise or extensive workout, then there is a lot of calorie burn, right? But the same person is not taking that particular calories, then there will be weight loss. So it is very easy to gain weight and it is very easy to lose weight. If you want to gain weight, you consume more calories required to the as much which is not required to the body, right? So you do there is a less consumption in your physical workout in the calories terms, and you consume more food. But if you want to lose the weight, so you consume less calories, and if you want to lose weight, right? So consume less calories and do more physical workout. Getting my point? Let us come on the next point. That is, fat cells grow and shrink depends upon how people use the energy. So in which form and how they are using the energy, it depends how the fat cell will shrink, the fat cell will grow. So if someone becomes a burger, so definitely the fat cell will grow. And if someone is doing some physical workout, extensive physical workout, then the fat cell will shrink. Use of energy during day in 3 ways. Now, how the energy in a body used in 3 ways. So there are 3 ways by which energies are used in our body. So now let us learn how the energy is used in our body. Okay. So the very first thing is energy expanded during rest. Energy, let me just point out it properly. So what I was talking about? I was talking about energy expanded during rest. It means whenever you are taking rest, whenever you are doing meditation, or you are sleeping. So what is the term called whenever the energy expanded during rest? We call it basal metabolism. What we call it? We call it basal metabolism, right? So whenever the energy expanded during rest, we call it basal metabolism. Next, that is energy used to break down food. So what is digestion? First we need to know. Digestion is a process in which complex substance converted into simpler ones and energy production take place in the body. So when the complex food converted into the simpler substance called the digestion. So in the same way, when we consume food, and then there will be the digestion of food and the energy production will be there, and the excretion of the nitrogenous waste the same. Right? So what this process called? Energy used to break down the food. This process is called thermogenesis. What this process called? This process is called thermogenesis. The third way of using energy is energy used to build up body. See, if some you see the gym peoples or the person who are doing physical exercise, so the energy used to build up body. Let's say if I told you that I have some lot of that biceps or triceps and everything, abs, etc. So it is all because of the physical workout, that is physical exercise, etc. So what I have taught you, I taught you 3 ways. First way is energy expanded during rest, which is also called basal metabolism. Next is energy used to break down food, that is thermogenesis. What exactly it is? It is thermogenesis. Energy used to build up body. So whenever the energy used for build up body, it is called energy, physical workout exercise. Next topic that we have discussed something about it, that is BMI. So it is an important topic of our board exam. BMI is body mass index. Now what is this body mass index? The formula for body mass index is weight divided by height into height. This weight should always be in kgs, and the height should always be in meter square. So why we calculate the BMI? What is the meaning to calculate BMI? BMI helps to know whether the individual is overweight, normal weight, obese or overweight person, right? So if you want to know, are you ready? Are you excited to know? Are you overweight? Are you healthy weight? Or are you obese? So let's come and check what is your category. Are you healthy? Are you obese or something else? Let's come and calculate. So let us suppose the height of a person is 1.82 meter. We generally take the height in meter, it is simply converted, right? Like it is, if it is centimeter, that is, if it is 188 centimeter, we just put a point by the place and it becomes in meters, right? So let us suppose the height of an individual is 182 centimeter, that is 1.82 meter, right? And the weight of an individual is 70.5. What is the weight of an individual? It is 70.5 kg. Now what is the formula? The formula of calculating BMI is weight in kgs upon height into height, and you can put here meter square, right? So what is the weight? The weight is 70.5, and what is the height? 1.82 multiply 1.82, because we need it in meter square, right? So height into height, this is the formula. So when I am going to calculate a 1.82 multiply 1.82, so the answer becomes 3.3124. What the answer becomes? 3.312. When you multiply 1.82 multiply 1.82, so when we multiply it becomes, give us 3.124. Got it? So 3.3124. So the 70.5 divided by 3.3124, so when we divide it, we get 21.3. What we get? We'll get the answer 21.3. What will be the answer? The answer will be 21.3. Got it? So now you will have to see this particular thing is obese, normal weight, overweight, which category does it belong? So now let us see what are the categories first. The first category is underweight. It means someone is very dubla, very thin, right? So underweight. Second category is healthy weight. Next is overweight and obese, right? So what is the underweight? Underweight means there are two categories I made here, one for man and one for woman. So when I am talking about men, so if someone has less than 20, right? If the body that is what the balance of our body mass index. If the body mass index is less than 20, then the man is less underweight. So he should grow his weight, right? So if a man is having a less than 20 BMI, it means he belongs to the underweight category. Same with girls. If a girl is less than 19, okay, 19 in the sense if the BMI, right? If the BMI is less than 19, then from 20 to 25 BMI. If the individual is having 20 to 25 BMI, so what we calculate, let's suppose we calculate it for name of the student is Rahul. Right? So Rahul is belongs to which category? He has 21.3. So he belongs to the healthy range. Right? And what is for girls? For girls it is 19 to 24. So what is the healthy BMI? The healthy BMI for girls is 19 to 24, and for healthy range of boys it is 20 to 25. Right? Now what is the range for overweight? So for man, if a person is overweight, the BMI will be 26 to 30, and if a woman is overweight, the BMI will be 25 to 30. This is about overweight. But if the individual is obese, right, obese, then obese category more than 30. So if an individual who is having more than 30 BMI, then the particular individual will be belongs to the obese category, more than 30. So if we talk about females, and if the BMI is more than 30, then the female is also become obese. So now let us recapitulate what we had started. We started eating for weight control. So when we are talking about eating for weight control, it means we are working towards preventing obesity. What is obesity? Obesity is excess amount of fat deposit in our body. The stable weight depends upon how the energy we are taking from food and how we utilize it. If a person consumes more calories and doing less work, then he will become obese. If an individual consumes less calories and doing more work, then he will become underweight. But if an individual maintains his weight, then the calorie intake is always equal to the workout, right? So that we can maintain a stable weight. Next thing, that the fat cell, what is the name of the fat cell? Lipocytes. The name of fat cell are lipocytes. Fat cell grow and shrink depends upon the way we doing work. Next we started, that is 3 ways of use of energy. First is energy expanded during rest, that is called basal metabolism. Next is energy used to break down food, that is thermogenesis. Next one is energy used to build a body, that means of some physical exercise, physical etc. Next BMI, so BMI is used to see whether the person is obese, overweight etc. The formula for calculating BMI is BMI equals to weight upon height into height. The weight should always be in kgs and the height should always be in meter square. So we have calculated for for a child named Rahul, who was having height 1.82 and weight was 70.5, right? So when we calculated it, first we calculate the height, multiplied the height, so when I multiplied 1.82 multiply 1.82, so I got the answer 3.3124 and the answer was 21.3. So with this category I observed that the person Rahul belongs to the healthy category, and underweight, if the person is underweight, the category is less than 20, in girls less than 19. If I am talking about healthy range 20 to 25 and in girls 19 to 24, that is a good BMI, healthy BMI. When I am talking about overweight, so overweight category, the BMI is 26 to 30, it is overweight, and in girls it is 25 to 30, that is overweight. And if I am talking about obese, so in obese category, if the BMI is more than 30 in girls as well as boys, then the individual is obese. So this is all about eating for weight control, preventing obesity. It is about use of energy in 3 ways. It is about BMI, importance of BMI, and what are the categories are there in the BMI. Now we are going to learn the tips for weight control. What are the tips for weight control? Let's see. We are going to learn about tips for weight control. So the first tip is for the weight control is balance diet, I said. So if you want to know how to balance the weight, how to make your weight stable, how to lose weight, or how to control your weight, because it is the most important aspects nowadays. So the first thing is balanced diet. What is this balanced diet? I already told you so many times that balanced diet is the combination of micro plus macro nutrients, right? So what is balanced diet? all the nutrients, that is fat, carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, etc. That is the micro and macronutrients. So it is very simple. So for controlling weight, the first thing is you take or consume a proper balance. Right. Next is eating lot of fibers. So as I earlier told you, fibers or roughage, both are same. Fiber and roughage both are same. So eat lot of fiber. These are the digestive portion of food which gives us energy, right? And so what we need to eat? We need to eat lot of fibers. We need to avoid fat. But what I would like to say here, consume less amount of fat, not totally off, right? Avoid fat in the sense, do not consume huge amount of fat. Although fat is good for our body, as I mentioned in the last lecture. Physical activities are very important. Even each and every muscles of our body need exercise on a regular basis. You can rotate your hand, you can do exercise anywhere, anytime. So physical exercise is also important thing to see. Avoid junk food. So avoid junk food. See, junk food is something which is prepared in a very less period of time, and it is not that much cooked and properly, so we should avoid junk food because they are not that much nutritious to our body. Drink water. Water perform a very important task in our body. So water is a very important diet in our food. So water should be taken on the regular basis in the proper amount in our diet, because water helps to lubricate joints, metabolization of food, and a lot of things water do. Avoid spicy food. Generally, spicy food damage our internal organs, and it may create ulcers in our stomach. So this spicy food should be avoided. Regular medical checkup. So if one should have a regular medical checkup, like in a year or in 4 to 5 months, there should be a regular medical checkup, so that the working of the internal organs should be keep in mind with how they are working, and doctor can suggest us in that particular way. Next is medicine only by doctor. So one should only consult with the expert doctor before taking medicines regarding anything. It is the most important part, right? Avoid pitfall. Now what is this pitfall? Pitfall is something when a person is not able to digest a particular food, right? So avoid that. And there is something next thing also, there is bulimia and anorexia, right? So when I am talking about bulimia and anorexia, in bulimia, sometimes people eat a lot of food because they do not have a control over their eating habits. So they eat a lot of food and they start purging and vomiting, self-vomiting, right? Next is anorexia. So when I am talking about anorexia, these are the people who want to look slim and thin, who don't want to increase their weight. So for doing that, they are performing wrong things, like they avoid taking calories, which is necessary for life. So they will be anorexia, right? Stop emotional eating, right? Sometimes we are not having control over the senses, body, and consume a lot of food, which is bad. That is, stop emotional eating. Next is avoid drinking. Drinking alcohol, beer, etc. are not good for health. It damages our liver and so many things. So one should avoid this because there is a lot of there is a lot of damages, or there is a lot of harmful effects of drinking in one's life. It depresses your neuromuscular system, your responses to signal, your neuromuscular response will be bad. Meal and small shift. If anyone wants to be slim and trim, he or she should take meals in shifts, not a huge food at a time. Divide your food in different times, like breakfast, then afternoon, then evening. Okay, so as earlier told that by some great persons, that breakfast should be king, okay, and afternoon should be popper, and the evening, that is evening breakfast should be very. Follow hygienic habits. So one should follow some hygienic habits. It may regarding the clean water, clean food, everything. Clean, safe food, cooked food. Do not fast. fast. It is also a very important topic. People are generally do fastings and then they will be in problem. They will have to face a lot of problems regarding what? Regarding the fastings and so many things. So what an individual need to think? An individual need to think that how this fasting helps and how this fasting is harmful. See, when a human started fasting, our body is doing work. Our body is like a machine which grow and develop in a sequential manner. Whenever our body require energy, and if we are not able to, our body is not able to consume energy, then what will happen? The body will, there will be damages in the body. So one should take meal on a proper time, like breakfast, then lunch, then dinner. So do not fast, because on the fast time you do not take food for a day, and there will be more consumption of food in the evening, right? So keep these points in mind. Never try sleeping pills. Generally, people take sleeping pills to be slimming for a time, but these slimming pills have a lot of side effect. Side effect like a lot of infections. What? Infection. Lot of infection. And these slimming pills can all lead to the death of a person seriously, right? So slimming pill is not good for our health. They are synthetic products. They lead to damage our body. So now let us come what we started today. We had discussed tips for weight control. The first tip is to maintain the balanced diet. Eating lot of fat-based food, that is the waste, which is the indigestible portion of the food. Avoid fat. Fat is not good that much for our body, but it is good, so avoid it. If you are obese, if you belong to obese category, right? Physical activities will help us to build up our body, and it is very good for that. So avoid junk food. Junk food is not good for our life, so we should avoid junk food. Drink safe water, plenty of water for maintaining the osmotic balance, the electrolytic balance, for maintaining the elasticity of ligaments, joints, etc. It helps the lubrication of our joints too. Avoid spicy food, may harmful for our digestion. Regular medical checkup should be there, right? Next is, if you are taking medicine for something, so you should just consult for the expert doctor and take advice from the expert doctor. Avoid pitfall of diet, that is bulimia, anorexia, taking a lot of food. Emotional eating should be stopped, right? So one should do a physical exercise, then eat food, and etc. Avoid drinking. It have a lot of neurological problems. It will depress your nervous system. Meals in small shift will help you to reduce your waist and weight, and it also helps to improve all your functions like respiratory system, digestive system, and everything. Follow hygienic habits, which is the most important part of our diet. Next is do not fast, because when a person started doing fast, he or she is not taking food for the longer duration, and our body is a machine, needs energy for in morning, then afternoon, then time to time. So never take slimming pills. I'm telling you again, slimming pills contain synthetic products. They are harmful for our body. So one should not take slimming pills. So what is the ideal way to take? What is the ideal way to take or to maintain a stable balance? First thing is, you need to take the calorie which is equal to the workout you are doing, right? So that you can take much protein, it is good for you, and take your food in milk. So when you wake up in the morning, eat warm water with add honey in that, then you go for workout, physical workout, then come and eat breakfast, then dinner, and also physical workout. Physical exercise is an integral part of our life. Sports and games are the integral part of life. So one should go for that, so that we all peoples of the country lives a healthier and happier life. I hope you get the concept of this. So bye bye, take care.